Hi guys, how you doing? Hope you're well. And if you've been looking at the Facebook update, yes, we've got 2 more keyboards and 2 more friends. Very nice couple I met this afternoon. Some great keyboards. We picked up a professional PSR 9000, I think it was. It's basically the model that came out just before the Tauruses came out. And the PSR, PSR 2100. That would roughly be the ones before this one, because this baby is the baby one from the Taurus group. Yeah, we had a fantastic time. Met one of the guys whose keyboards they are. He's getting a fantastic Lurie in about a week's time, and obviously having a bit of a sort out. But thank you very much if you're listening for the case. I've just put you on as a friend. Got it all set up eventually and figured out how it all worked, and yeah, it's sounding absolutely beautiful, really is. But we shall have some videos, and obviously my swivel camera that's on the roof. It's got 3 points to turn to now. So there you go. Hope you're well. I'm just coming on a bit early because the Grand Prix is on about 12:30 tonight. Just watching a bit of Bangers and Cash on the 65-inch over there. The good thing about a big television, you can be about 20 foot away and you can still see it. I do that as I'm playing. So yeah, it's been a good day. I've been meeting a couple of new people, and they're into keyboards and organs and that. We've got some great ones for the studio. So now up to date, I've got 8 keyboards around the house. We've got now 6 upstairs and the 2 here. I might turn it over and make 10. I don't know, but I've got nowhere to put that. Well, I don't know. We'll figure it out. This is the Taurus 3, and this one's a PSR S500. I take this one out when I'm doing the care homes. It's the mini version of this one, because this one's heavy, and obviously the big one I picked up today, the PSR 9000, it's a little bit longer on the keyboard actually. It comes to about here, because these are about 64 keys, which are 5 octaves. That's an octave. If you do the 2 and the 3, that's an octave. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now 6 would be here. So that's roughly what the other one I picked up. And also it's a 61 keyboard, which is a 5 octave on the one upstairs, like so. There you go. Okay. As usual, you can see my new normal stuff. It's on BANDCAMP. I keep adding things weekly, really. You can listen to the stuff. You can download it. You can buy it. I think the albums I've got for about £5. The digital ones, so you download it. You follow me on BANDCAMP, and I keep you all up to date and everything what's going on. At the moment, 35 albums, so that's 365 songs. You can listen to it on this BANDCAMP thing. I think if you buy all of them, all the digital albums I've got, is £85 because there's about 50% off at the moment. So yeah, it's all good stuff. The latest one I've just finished is Mercury, so that's 432 Relax of my chill out ones. And there you go. So thanks for joining us, guys. I'm also on YouTube. I've got my new channel, which is 432 Earth Breath, which I'm going to do some videos and put long range videos on, which is probably about a good half hour, or possibly probably an hour or something like that. More relaxation stuff on that one, as well as my normal one. So sit back, enjoy, and chill out. I'll see you soon. Obviously what I do is I just go and pick something from the range. I've got 1850 on the styles on the music finder. I just whiz the data rail round, press enter and play anything. Okay, well, yeah, so we've got lots of keyboards now around the house. Yeah, hopefully Saturday night we'll see them all up and running. I've got one or two going at the moment, and I've played the new ones, and they sound absolutely brilliant. They do. At the moment, the keyboard at the bottom hasn't got no speakers because it's a professional one. So what I've done is I've got it coming through the headphone socket of the one at the back, the bottom, and into the input socket of the one at the top. So I'm using the speakers on there. Like one good thing I did pick up from the guy that I bought the keyboard from is he uses MIDI. Now I've never really used MIDI, but I've said to one or two people that it might be handy if I did use a MIDI in and a MIDI out. Just to actually control, if I go transpose up and down, then it would lock this keyboard and that keyboard together, because I have to sort of go into the exit, and then basically I'll go into transpose up one, but I have to sort of go look on the screen for the other keyboard to make sure that number one transpose is level with number two keyboard, because otherwise you're going to be one transpose out. But obviously on a MIDI with both keyboards connected, the cables connected, if you went up by transpose on one, I think it actually locks the second keyboard in, so that would be very handy for me, because I could go up and down. I can play in really any sort of transpose, so it's going to be very interesting. That is, I might look into that and have a bash at it. Have a rush at it. You never know. Okay, moving back to the music finder, we're just going to pick something from random and see what comes up. What can we do on this one? Oh, I've got it. How do I remember how it starts? I remember how it goes. A nice fade out, like they used to do back in the 70s, like Moonlight Shadow. Yeah, that seemed a bit alright. I couldn't remember half of it, I must admit. And playing by ear, you have to remember them all. But I don't have to follow a pattern because nothing's time logged in. It's not running on MIDI, so things ain't playing with me. I've got full control over it, and that's the way I like to play, because you can bring in the stuff as you want. You are the actual conductor. A lot of fans like this one, like to hear this one go, so let's go pick some stuff on this one on random. What have we got? Incidentally, this one is through the headphone the microphone socket of this one to come through here. So basically, I could actually run this and the chord system through the harmonizer, and it gives a gives a little bit of a different effect if I want. But if you run it just dead level, it runs through the speakers nicely. just as good sound as the Taurus 3. Well, they're both together really. I mean, this is just a lightweight version of the Taurus. So if I want to take this one out, which is too heavy anyway, I take this one. This one's basically light as a feather. The one I got today, actually, the one that sits on top, the PSR 2002, that basically is just about the weight of this one, like, so it's they're about roughly the same. I mean, this one came out just after that one, because the Taurus range came out just after the PSR 9000, which is the bottom keyboard I picked up today. And the Taurus range came out. There's 1, 2. I've got the 3. There was the first one, which came out with a floppy drive, and yeah, it's still got all the sounds and everything. 1,200, I think, different music styles. Then Taurus 2 came out, exactly the same, but it didn't have the floppy disk. It came out with the USB, which was built in. The Taurus 3 is exactly the same. It's got the USB built in, but it's also got an 80 gig hard drive. So I've not needed that, but yeah, that's there. And the Taurus 4 came out, but black one, which was a limited edition. Nice keyboard, and it came out with more of the Klaus Wunderlich flutes and that, which Klaus used to make. I think it was promoted by Klaus and that. The Taurus 5 was a little bit different. It came out with a full keyboard, like you've got a full piano size one. Like some of the 2 that I've got in the stack upstairs with the Casios. They're the bottom Casios. They're 88s, which is full size range. I'd put a 5 here, but it would be somewhere right out here. So I don't know. I might one day, but it comes right out here somewhere. And since you walk down that way, Mike, although that wall's not there, it's kind of interesting. But I quite like my 3. I've got it used to it, and I think if you keep them as long as you can, you get used to all of them, where they are, and you pick up all the special things. The first thing I did when I got the new keyboards is I just factory tuned them. In case you want to know how to do a factory reset, I did a video on one, and it's the best-selling video. That one is. That's got something like 6,000 fans or something looking at it. Or it's 60,000. It's quite a lot. So basically, what you do on the Tauruses, on the Yamaha, anything on the Yamaha, you just hold the last key down, switch it off, and switch it on, and it goes straight back to factory settings. Same as this one, they do the same. They would go factory settings. And what I do is I go into the main function of the menu, go into the tuning, and I tune it just a little bit down, so two or three bits, I think. So you've got 440, which everyone says you're playing, which you don't. If you want to play well and everyone loves you at music, tune it to 432. That is the key secret of the frequency. So you just bring them down to 432, 432, 432, and they all match perfectly. Am I right on there? Let's have a look. That's so. Might be just one out. So that's not quite right. Spot on. That's better. And that's how you get it to be a warm and smooth sound. Even the growly of the organ there. Anyway, let's go find something else. Oh, I hear a bit of ELO coming on. down one, should have gone up one. Even played that still out of tune. Nice little bit of combination there put together, and it matched quite nicely, that did. So let's just pick something else. Most of these you'll find out on my albums on BANDCAMP. There's always different combinations of things. We've probably got, if I felt like a band, if I wanted to record in the studio some ABBA, I'd put 10 tracks of ABBA on, so then make an album out of that one. If I fancied doing some Beatles, I'd put some Beatles on. It was just whatever I fancied at the time, like. So if you go to BANDCAMP really and you hit the music, if we just get a picture, there we go. There's all the albums. So just look for, is it DJ Steve Francis or Steve Francis I've got on there? Stephen Francis, that's it. Born UK. There you go. And then you'll see all the albums. And there's lots more I keep adding. I mean, we've got anything from Christmas ones, obviously they come out every year. The Valentine ones, obviously they come out every year. Cool Easy Music, that's basically the first one they did, which is more care home stuff like. We've got ELO, Best of ELO, which I do. Jean-Michel Jarre, Beatles, ABBA, rock music, you know. So all you do is you hit that there and go straight into that album. You can have a quick listen to it. I think they're about £1.20. The songs you can download straight onto the onto your MP3 player or something like that. So yeah, I mean £5 an album, you probably get all the actual 10 tracks. So it's cheaper really buying the album. I mean, loads of rock albums. So let's have a look. We've got Living on a Prayer, which I played last night. We've got All Right Now. We've got Caroline. We've got Crocodile Rock. We've got Living Next Door to Alice. We've got Rock and Roll This Music, Sultans of Swing, Great Pretender, Whiskey in the Jarro, and Whiter Shades of Peril. So you've got 10 tracks there for £5. If you wanted all of the albums, then it's £85. That's 50% off. But yeah, I mean, go for it. Come and join me, and then you can come on the community. I update everyone what's going on the community. So if I've got a new album coming out, I'll do that. Obviously, I'll have, I think in the community, I put a photo of the studio of, there's going to be an update, obviously, because I've got 2 more keyboards on it now. So, let's see if we're picking up the signal. Yeah, there you go. So it's all been switched around, as you can see there. And now we've got 2 more keyboards here. And yeah, it's going to be great. I've got a 12 channel mixer, so we've got a few bit of wiring to do there, and looking forward to it. It should complement the old studio treat. I'm really looking forward to that. So yeah, go along to BANDCAMP and check that out. I mean, if you really want to go the whole hell, there is another little link down here, which is, if I've got it on here, all the links go to different places, merchandise and stuff like that. I'm on Twitter, I'm on YouTube, I'm on Streamlabs. Streamlabs is the merchandise, so if you want a baseball cap or base it of a cap or any clothing or anything like that, I've got 52 items I think I sell on that shop. All goes automated. You can just buy it there. It goes straight to a factory, automatically gets packed, sent all around the world. You can pay online, any currency. It's all done for me. I'm on Twitter, obviously, and yeah, it's I can't remember what it is now. It's Evo Stage, I think it is. They do all the albums and that, and basically I don't have to store any. It's all done online. And they've got all the stuff in the factory, so it's a new sort of generation of stuff like nowadays. We've even got reggae stuff. We've even got Jean-Michel Jarre stuff. Like I said, let's go on to the best Steve Francis. So there's two tracks to each one. There 14 tracks on this one. So you've got Happy Summer, which is one of mine, Starlight Summer, which I bring out every year, which hopefully I keep plugging to go onto the John Lewis advert, because I'm sure that would sound really good on John Lewis advert. Give you a little bit of a demo. Let's have a look. So this is Starlight Summer. This is my own, and I made this myself. It's all registered to me, you know, licensed. So have a listen, see what you think. If I can get the thing to work. And that's on this one actually. On the Taurus. I've got a picture there somewhere. There you go. You can just see that playing in the background, and an animation, probably AI nowadays, of a character in cartoon feature in the Christmas style. And I think it would just fit a treat there. I mean, I did my own video because I tried it 3 years and never got nothing. And the ones I picked weren't very good anyway, in my view. But I would do that because this is my own song I'm promoting anyway. But a lot of people think it would make a good one, and obviously you have your animation and this in the background. I think it would really look good. But if you go to the link on YouTube, I have actually got this one and I've made my own video, and I'm really pleased with that. Just by humming the tune in my head, I think really, that's all I do, like I do now. Nice gentle one, ideal for Christmas. So that's that one. And then I actually done one when I was in Spain, chilling on the beach, and I got one, and this one's called Happy Summer. This one's also, they're all mostly on YouTube. I made my own videos to them, and this is Happy Summer, and it's a nice lively one. Bit of James Latin stuff there. I think I put some videos of some people surfing. Wanted a nice lively one. I had it in my head, relaxing on the beach in Spain, and then I hummed it in my phone, brought it home, got in the studio. Within a day, I've made that. I think I did it in one take and all. Do it on the Technics. That's it. One in the middle. No, sure I do. And it's all done in one take. No sort of 3 or 4 tracks. Just record and that. You get some of these professionals where they have one of these CDs to put it in there, it really plays everything for them, and then they just play the melody. I couldn't do that because they'd have to keep it with timing. So it's obviously to go everywhere really. I might slow it down, I might flip it up a transpose, and I might do all sorts, which can't be done that way. You've got to play it properly in that way. And then you use the keyboard as a you are the conductor. If you want to bring that in, you bring that in. If you want to bring that one out, you know, it's just I've done it since I was 9 years old. So I've gone through all the keyboards. I've played at big organs and everything. I've played at shows. So it's basically in my blood. So yeah, check out BANDCAMP and see where you go. Lovely. That's Vinto. Okay, let's actually there's one. I quite like that one. That looked good. Where'd it gone? I mean, normally what I do is I just sort of pick something. There's 1,850 in there, and what I do is eventually I'll grab some of them and put in my favourites, and I've got 73 in the favourites now, and then you can just whip down the favourites and pick them up from there. What's this one? This looks cool. Oh, it's one of these Beetle jobs. See, I can put a quote to a 60s. I love it. All live. All live. Let's pick one. What are we doing? What's that one? That looks good. 70s ballad. Okay, what can we do with this one? A little bit of a twist, I think. little bit of the old chill out 70s actually. I put it on the 70s pop ballad. And I think it was one of the Klaus Wunderlich ones that he used to do. I mean, I used to follow Klaus Wunderlich tune. I don't follow that. I was actually a little bit young for that. When I was in my teens, I always bought loads of Klaus Wunderlich albums. In fact, I've probably got nearly all of the actual albums upstairs. And they're quite coming rare, actually. Including a lot of the stuff I've got upstairs that's quite rare and valuable. Records and vinyls have just sort of took off again, like, you know, so it's quite interesting. That's another part-time thing I do. It's just sell records. Oh, that's nice. The Taurus does have a lovely sound to it, I must admit. And I've got these two little speakers here, the monitors, but I've also got that little baby up there, like that's the bass woofer up there, and it's actually turned right down with the bass. But it does get some fantastic sounds when you do turn the woofer up. It's not normally someone sleeping above there, like, so you usually get a tapping back when you get too loud. As some of you have found out when I'm doing lives. Okay, talking about Spain. Let's do a bit of Spanish eyes. Have a nice background. Here we go. A little bit of Spanish eyes. Quite a nice repeater on that one. Okay, we've gone quite high up on